What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel for the last episode here in Season 2 of our San Antonio Express draft-only expansion franchise. Let's get right into it. We are 6-9 coming into this episode. Nice playing against the 6-9 Chargers. Also nice. I guess this game here will be the battle to see which team is more 6-9. As we've given Luis Sanchez a good run here. Let's switch him out. Get White Costanzo back in there now that he is healthy for this episode. Just a couple weeks. Hopefully he can have a good couple weeks, maybe cement himself as Defensive Rookie of the Year, maybe. Booker has overtaken him in terms of kind of the voting as we get some fatigue here. Ahead of our Week 17 matchup, I'm choosing to simulate this one as Snell has turf toe and will be out for this game. That's unfortunate. Looking to simulate this game and have a rematch against the Broncos. Of course, we all know what the Broncos did to us earlier this year. We've played both of these teams already, so which one do we want to play for a second time? The Chargers we've already beaten on that last-second Walker field goal a few episodes ago. The Broncos, I basically had to ask for a mercy killing and just, simulate the rest of the game. I just couldn't handle it anymore. So, yeah, I want a rematch of that, hopefully with a much better outcome the second time around. If we could end with a divisional victory on the season, that would be great, as it looks like we're off to a slow start here. A very slow start, but 28-3. Nope, 35. Oh my goodness, we are getting obliterated. Holy. This is the worst loss this team has ever taken. 59-3. There's no way we've been beaten by 56 points before. Got beat by 8 touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Devin Hamilton threw so many picks. That's why we lost by so much. Oh my. This game is single-handedly probably going to tank his year. No sacks for Costanzo in his return. Holy crap, we got obliterated. I guess the Chargers are more 6-9. The 69 game goes to the Chargers. It's fine. Quincy Boston will be the first upgrade of the episode. I don't know how far into... Nice, a speed upgrade for him is nice. I don't know how far in, like if we're going to do re-sign players or anything this episode or next. Probably next. I don't know if we're going to look at stats and award this time or next either. I guess by the end of this episode, you will see what we're doing. We're definitely not a playoff team this year. 6-10 now. I'm gonna do some slot for Eddie Hazelton, trying to get some catch in traffic. And we don't get any. We get 3 short route, which was already his highest route running, but he still needs it. Michael Franklin up for upgrade. Do some pass coverage for him. Gets a speed, a man coverage, and 2 zone coverage. He's up to 92 speed as our middle linebacker. Looking really good. Definitely not sad that we picked him over Devon Burks that first episode. He's turned into quite a good player. But yeah, we have to avenge our loss of, I don't know how many episodes ago. We can cement the Broncos as not winning the division. I don't know if they would have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs if they won and the Chiefs lost. First, we're just going to do an overall view of this draft, seeing how many guys. So we have 8 guys in kind of the top of the first round that are on our board. Of these guys, I would say Marqueston Red is the most likely to be drafted by us. Ian Hankins was maybe towards the top of that list, but with the emergence of Michael Franklin, not really. We got what, 6 or so guys here. 7 guys here in the late 1, early 2. I would say Morris Morgan and Delvin Walls are the most likely candidates to be drafted by us of that area of the draft. Round 2 to 3, we have 5 guys on our board. Most likely to be drafted by us is easily Jaron Lacey. In fact, if I had to pick one player that's probably going to end up an Express, it's going to be him. Round 3 to 4, we have quite a few guys here. That's 10 guys in the round 3 to 4 area. Just a lot of offensive linemen. This is where we're probably going to draft an offensive lineman or two. Gallimore, Peralta, and Jay Owens. I like Terrence Bullock and Jeff Brinkley too. I just really like the round 3 to 4 range. Don't know how many picks we're going to have in that range, but I like it. And then for day 3, guys, we have 10 day 3 players. I'd say Trayvon Portis, Ramon Bruton, and Martin Clements are our most likely day 3 selections. And so that's just a quick overview of kind of what I want in this draft. Of course, we can't get everybody that I just highlighted. I'm going to ponder on the game plan, and we'll go more over the actual game plan of who I plan to draft in the offseason episode, which will be coming out just right after this episode. And so I see we kind of have 2 options. Really, we get a guy who I think is the best player in the draft in Marqueston Red, and we just end up not having a bunch of picks. Or we trade back and take more of those guys that I liked in like the rounds 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 range. I'm not sure which one of those 2 we will be doing, as I just want full, stamina here for this game, full fatigue. For our last game, don't want anybody out because they're too tired. Don't really know which direction I'm leaning yet. Of course, anytime you feel like you know who the best player in the draft is, you probably want to go and get that guy. I just don't know if I want to go into year 4 with still so many holes on defense, and I like a decent bit of the players throughout the draft on defense. So do you fill more holes and maybe not get as good of like a top end talent, or do you just go for who you think is the best player in the draft? I don't know. What can we do against the Broncos? Nothing really. I'll say forced turnovers. But man, if it's like last game, we couldn't really do anything to stop them. But I think we've done everything before this game, so let's get into it. Here, have a home game to end off our season, which is nice. Of course, always prefer to play in front of your home fans. Still bugs me just a little bit as we see Eddie Hazelton. If we can get him a touchdown today, he'll have double digits on the year. Something to keep in mind. I'm not going to force it. I'd rather get a win. But there's something to look out for. What was the thing? Oh yeah, something that does bug me a little bit is why they haven't introduced home field advantages to the expansion teams. I mean, everyone else in the league has one. Attach one to every city, you know what I mean? Just every expansion city, just give them a home field advantage. I feel like it's not that difficult. They don't even have to be all that special. Just have something so that we're not, objectively in a worse situation than every other team in the league when it comes to that. Not like that's a massive deal or anything, if we're going to be honest. But it would be nice, as we will kick off to start our last game here of Season 2. Can we end it off on a good note against the division rival Broncos? We'll have to see. I think we have to play better on both sides of the ball. I think we've found our offensive identity at this point in the season, where I don't know if we had really truly found it. I don't like Costanza lining up on the right side here. We're going to fix that. He's our rush left end. And the first play of the game. Wow, that guy was breaking so many tackles, but it results in him fumbling eventually, and I definitely believe that ball came out. Sometimes you don't need to break 6 tackles on the first play of the game, my guy. just go down. The guy who came in and forced it was Michael Franklin. Quincy Boston on the recovery. And just like that, we're out on offensive scoring position. Great way to start the game. We're already creating those turnovers that we talked about in our pre-game scenario. 1st and 10. And a nice little start to the game. 5-yard rush for Simmons. Gonna go to the play action here. Maybe not. We might just run the ball again, honestly. Look at this box that we're facing. We're just gonna run it again. And tried to get outside of the safety, but all I did was run into the defensive and he would shed his block. 3rd and 2 already. Do not want to go 3 and out after your defense forced a turnover, and Lewis Smart is going to pick up the 1st down, break a couple tackles, and get down to the 12-yard line. We're talking about pumping up stats. I might also want to be pumping up Lewis Smart stats a little bit in this game. He's been screwed over in simulation. Don't want that to be the case overall in the year. Yeah, I think he's like really close to being a Pro Bowl caliber still, even though he's been so bad in simulation. And he hasn't been bad. I shouldn't say he's been bad. We're gonna try to go to Eddie Hitchelton here, and see, that's what happens when you force his 10th touchdown. You almost throw a pick off the deflection. 3rd and 3 now. Can we get this into the end zone? And, oh, geez, Lewis Smart got caught up, and I couldn't even throw it away. Whatever, it's going to be a field goal either way. I had gone for it. Nah, I probably wouldn't have gone for it on 4th and 3 there. Now it's not really even a question. 4th and 22, you're definitely kicking the field goal. Great start by the defense, forcing the turnover. Only able to get 3 out of it, unfortunately. I was hoping to do play action, maybe hit Lewis Smart and the flat. He trucks over a guy, gets to the end zone, but he just got cut up on the end. Once he got uncaught, the end was on top of our quarterback. Unfortunate. The Broncos will come back out for their 2nd drive of the game. 1st and 10. The give to I forgot his name for a second. Javonte Williams. Jeez, how am I forgetting Javonte's name? That was Tony Pollard. I guess, yeah, we might have to turn off progressive fatigue for the injury. Tony Pollard's already panting. Oh, the game's just really bad at doing fatigue. I'm going to fix the thing that I said I was going to fix a while ago. I keep forgetting. No longer shall we forget. Put Bramble here and Costanzo here. And just like that, we're all ready to go. I prefer Costanzo rushing off the left end. Nice run stop there, keeping Javonte Williams to a no gain there on the 1st down run. 2nd and 10 coming up. Costanzo with the pass rush win. Still a gain of 3, but 3rd and 7. We like our abilities to maybe get a stop there on 3rd and 7 rather than, 3rd and shorts. Just need a win here, and the dump to Javonte Williams. He's not going to get there. A defensive stop once again. 4 of 4 for Russell Wilson, but only for 23 yards. Hunter wearing 21. You love to see it. Simmons back on the return, and nope, nothing really well. Of course, the first play of our entire season was a return touchdown by Simmons. Had maybe a close call or 2 cents, but no other scores. And, oh, what? That's so bullcrap, dude. Can we get rid of that Superman dive? Please. Show me evidence of how it's used so often in the NFL that it's justified to be like how the CPU makes every tackle in this game. That was going to be a massive rush. Oh, it's so dumb. Either way, it's 3rd and 3 coming up. Don't really love my options there. Gonna try to float. Oh my. Oh, this game is so bad. Sure, I get maybe throwing it a little bit, you know, inaccurate, but does the inaccurate mean it needs to go literally right into the hands of the safety? Can it not be inaccurate anywhere else? Anywhere else? Good play. Going towards the blitz by the Broncos. That's so annoying. Whatever. 1st and 10 now for Denver. I am not throwing this game for draft position. I would never. Hazelton was open. Hamilton just sucks. 2nd and 8 now from the 8. Gonna call a screen, try to get outside there, force him back in, end up making a tackle. 3rd and 3 coming up. Can we get a much needed stop? Force the Broncos to just 3 in the tie. Wilson has time, but throws out of the back of the end zone, and we will force that. Field goal, gamble, out. Jeez, man, can we catch a break on our defensive line this season? It's been actually nuts. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, all of them with what's been happening to our defensive line. That needs to calm the heck down. Simmons not able to get much on the return, unfortunately, just to the 21. Okay, another injury. Hey, it's not a defensive lineman though. For the first time this season. That's obviously an exaggeration, but our defensive line has been absolutely ravaged. Nice run there by Simmons, already his 5th on the day. Probably just gonna have to run for the rest of this game. Because Hamilton sucks. First down carry there for Simmons, right up the middle. Of course, I didn't mean we're going to actually, you know, run every play for the rest of this game, but I do think we have to put as little on the plate of Devin Hamilton. I'm throwing this one away. I'm not trying to make him throw an accurate pass. Let's go to the air here. Probably had Smart underneath late, but I'd kind of already moved off the read. Gonna go to him here, and that's not great accuracy, if we're being honest. I don't know why you're calling it that. It's way behind him. Hazelton's open on the corner, gets bumped, no call. Makes the catch anyway. Deep down the field, and that is a 1st down for the Express. I know I said I was going to run, and then he's done like pretty much nothing but pass, but that's... Can we throw, actually, when I say lead them to the outside, can we actually do it on these flat routes? Please, can we get a Madden where leading on the flat routes actually means leading on the flat routes? Can we please get a game where that works? Holy crap. It is impossible to actually hit a guy in stride on a flat route in Madden. It is so annoying. As was the fact that Randy Gregory just got an instant win there. Goodness. These stupid animations on these flat routes, dude. Just keep running and catch the ball. Don't stop your momentum. Yeah. Settle for 3. 6-3. Not pretty first quarter, but hey, we have the lead. Something that was not the case the first time we played these Broncos. And Javonte Williams with a nice game on the 1st down. Picks up 5. 4 for 13. What do you guys think we should do? Should we go for the best player in the draft, even though he has a terrible injury rating. Our entire defensive line has terrible injury ratings. I don't know if we can stand another guy with a bad injury rating. We've seen like 3 or 4 defensive linemen out for several weeks at the same time in this season. Our question red looks really good. He also looks really injury prone, and Bramble and Costanzo are both consistently injured. It feels like Timmy Reed, he's been a picture of health this year. He's actually, his injury rating is like 82. It's playing up to an 84 with the +4 injury or whatever. But 86 still isn't that good, and he's been the one guy that's been able to stay healthy. That might not be the case next year, you know what I mean? That's an awesome catch, by the way, by Devontae Adams. Wow. But our question red might be the most talented player in the draft. Of course you want that. Gosh, man. I'm sick and tired of my defensive line getting injured all the time. You know what I mean? We'll see. 2nd and 13 coming up. Still haven't made up my mind on that one. And honestly, I'll probably have recorded the off-season episode by the time this one releases, so probably already know who we picked by the time you're seeing this. But Russell Wilson has a million years in the pocket, goes deep downfield. Do not catch this. Oh my gosh. Of course, man. All right, we're down 10-6. It's okay, not the end of the world though. Let's start at 25 and retake the lead. I know it's way too early to be considering this, but let's do remember that we get the kick off to start the second half. So if we can play our cards right, go into the half with the lead, extend it coming out, we'll be in good shape in this game. Going to the play action here on 2nd and 4. And they sent the blitz. Can't hit a wide open man 2 feet in front of you. We need a new quarterback so bad. I just don't know if this is the class. Going into next season, playing a whole nother season, but Devin Hamilton is going to probably cause me pain. I don't want to move on from Hamilton for the sake of moving on from him. I want to actually feel confident we're getting an upgrade. As Gregory was not touched there. Can we not touch? Can we not get? Oh my heck, dude! I gotta stop running jet pass. The CPU's not gonna block. Oh my goodness! I might actually. What is? Okay. I might actually be just I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's gonna cause me physical pain to play with Devin Hamilton next year. But that's a great catch on 3rd down to Lewis Morris. Still an inaccurate ball, but still catchable. It's actually pretty well placed for being an inaccurate ball, if we're being honest. I have not touched the quarterback accuracy sliders either. They're at 50. Might look into the sliders going into next year though. First 2 years we've just been using what Matt 10 had. I don't know if he's updated them honestly since the Madden update or whatever. That's just sliders that we've been using. Might tweak them a little bit. Eli Shea. That's another guy that's always injured, unfortunately. He's a good lineman, he just can't stay healthy. Don't know what to do about that, because as much as I like having good linemen, I also like linemen that play football. 7-13. Not the best day for our guy, Devin Hamilton. Andrew Jackson gets his first and 10 from the 12 though. We've been here before this game. Let's try to punch this one into the end zone this time around. 10 rushes already for Simmons. That's how this offense rolls. Over the middle to Simmons, and he's going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Express retake the lead in this game. 5:19 to go in the second. And I almost missed that because I don't know why. I'm just not good at the kicking meter, I suppose. Yeah, 13-10 lead now over the Broncos. Got to get a defensive stop here. It's been turnover and a couple scoring drives for the Broncos. So I haven't been able to really just force a regular, defensive stop, force them to punt. Hard team to stop they've been all year long, of course. 12-5 record. And Costanzo can't wrap him up in the backfield, and then he gets injured. See what I mean? Like, do we want Marqueston Red when he's just going to be doing that? Come on. John Smith comes in and makes a play immediately, though, so let's do that. He's out for the game. Lovely. I don't know if I can deal with another defensive lineman injury as good as Red looks. Nice play by Franklin to bring up the fourth down, and here's what we were talking about. If we can waste the rest of this clock, score, we get the ball back again. To start the second half, and we could really just kind of take a hold of this game. So that will be the goal here. Of course, making up for all the lack of carries Simmons gets in his simulated games by just handing him the ball a bunch when we play. There we go, nice blocking, and Simmons is off to the races, gets past the 50-yard line. 64 yards on the day already. I remember like the first game of the season where like the line was blocking worse for Simmons than it was for Holmes and Black. He's been getting a lot better blocking as the season's gone along. And you'll have to see it. I mean, it kind of makes sense because all of our linemen are young, so they're progressing. As Simmons now has his X Factor activated, we're going to go right back to him in here, and he's got another win, but no, there's a hold. He was smart on the hold. Come on, Lewis. Good with 12 personnel left here on 1st and 9. It's far enough down the field that it's a 1st and 9. Huh. Lewis Smart is open. I know we just had a holding penalty, but it doesn't mean we're not going to go to him when he's wide open in the move. Gotta get our best receiving weapon, his targets. Just afraid that if we try to do jet touch pass that Gregory, like, look what I'm talking about. Why do we get those animations? I say pass lead out, and he has to come back to the football. Why? That just doesn't make any sense, man. Please address this issue. It's so bad. That's some nice blocking. And we slip past one guy, get to the 10-yard line. Be 1st and 10, can theoretically get a first down here. That would be very difficult to do in reality. And that brings up the 2-minute warning, doing a good job of wasting down the clock on this drive. See if we can waste it down a little bit more here. With the screen pass to Simmons. Already has a receiving touchdown today, and just get it. course, they would have Simmons just get stuck, glitchy on a, and then it causes a fumble for 6. Still a minute 48, can still definitely run the ball here, and we will, and that's going to be a good decision. Couldn't just throw the ball like a quarterback. You're an NFL quarterback, dude. Oh my goodness, man. 3rd and 2. Gonna go to Smart here. Finally, we get a good throw. And we get the 1st down. Oh, jeez, these games sometimes. Maybe we go play action here. Still a minute 13, so you can definitely still sell the run. Sell the run. We will run. Already up near 100 yards on the day for Simmons. He's been eating all game long. This run defense hasn't really had answers for him. Couldn't actually get the animation I wanted there. Whatever, it's fine. 3rd and 2. Look at all that space for the run game. We're going to pass it still. Gonna give Lewis Smart a chance deep, and that's incomplete. Okay. 4th and 2 from the 38. I do feel like going for it here. We could definitely get 3 for sure. Over the middle, open, and that's, oh, gee. What is up with Hamilton? He literally can't throw an accurate ball. It's impossible. What? That was incomplete? I thought that was a catch. If it would have been an accurate ball, it would have been a catch. Oh my gosh, this game. We need a quarterback. Oh, I have to relook at the quarterback class. This offense is ready to be good, but Devin Hamilton's not ready to take him there. Nice job by Boston to force the incompletion. Just rushing around the end there to make the quarterback think he's in danger, so he'll actually throw the ball. Ends up incomplete. Almost caught, that would have brought out the rage monster. Oh, just absolute BS all around by Madden to end that half. Holy crap. That was awful. We should have a lead right now. Still have the opportunity to take the lead here to start the 2nd half. Lewis Smart is officially over 1,000 yards on the year. 2 straight 1,000-yard years for the tight end to start his career. Very good start. Gain a 6 there for Simmons. Might need to tune the run blocking a little bit. We're not a good enough offensive line to really be this good at blocking quite yet, I don't think. It should be good, but maybe not this good. Again, we'll look at sliders as soon as next gameplay episode, which will be 2 episodes from now, as we have the off-season. Nice cut there by Simmons outside, gaining 2 additional yards. 118 on the day. You just can't trust Hamilton to do anything. So annoying. Second and 7 coming up. And oh, he gets caught from behind. 3rd and 2. 20 rushes already for Simmons. We're going right back to him though. Take the ball out of Hamilton's hands. He sucks. And this guy, yeah, this guy doesn't suck. Javon Simmons is incredible. Gonna go to our favorite run play in the playbook here with the pistol counter, and it does not work that time. Not even a little bit. They brought the blitz, and a slow developing running play is not a good counter to a blitz. I guess it could be if the blitz misses, but wide open over the middle is Lewis Smart. That was good accuracy. Did you see that ball? That was not even close to good accuracy. Lewis Smart caught it anyway. Like, if that's Devin Hamilton's definition of good accuracy, oh boy. I wish Hazelton would have actually thrown a block there, but he didn't. Second and 8. Yeah, the Broncos are bringing people right now. That was a cover 4 drop. You see all those guys that were just rushing the line of scrimmage right there? Holy. That was a bunch of congestion going up. We're just going to run it with Hamilton. And gets a block and scores! Devin Hamilton, what great blocking downfield. Did not expect that to be a touchdown. But we'll take it. Absolutely we'll take it. Got to be one of the more run-heavy teams in the entire league. 29 rushes to 21 passes. That's just how we have to win. We just can't win through the air. I would like to be able to win through the air. Not that we have like a great receiving core either. Man, if we had Deacon Burgess in this franchise instead of my Bears, ooh-wee. That'd be something. I would love to just chuck bombs to Deacon Burgess if I actually do if he catch them. I'm like, he'd have a lot more success, I think, than Eddie Hazelton. Over the middle, Devontae Adams picks up the first down for the Broncos as we are now halfway through this third quarter with the lead. Win or lose, we played a better game this time around than the first time we played the Broncos. That is for sure. I think it was like around this time of the game that I was already considering a mercy killing last time around. So, yeah, definitely marked improvement. And Devontae Adams is open on the out route. 3rd and 5 coming up for Denver. Can we get a clutch stop here? Let's hope we can. He's going to chuck downfield, and that's going to be tipped. And please don't say it's bad. It's not. Thank goodness. Quincy Boston on the coverage. Well, boy just needs to catch the ball. He's doing a great catching to be there. We could reset the defensive coordinator tree to take catching from the safeties to the corners, but the safety that I really like, Darius Connor, I think has the exact same catching rating, so we would just be passing the problem from Boston onto Connor. Boston makes more plays on the ball, so maybe that's a trade that would be worth it. Could very well be. We do have the, plenty of staff points to do it. So, something I'm considering. Maybe we'll do it for next year. Not quite decided on it yet. Want to make sure we have enough points to complete the entire tree. I'm pretty sure we do. We have like over 100, which I don't believe the coordinator. The tree is going to cost that much. That's a great truck by Black who's coming back. Unfortunately. Great truck by Black coming back. Deshaun Walton is a snack.
Still 2nd down.
I'm not even going to try to create another run. All right, here we go. 2nd and 14 coming up. We're going to go to the play action here. Oh, geez, they're sending the blitz. Get it out of your hands. Third and 14. Probably just going to give a Smart a chance on it if it looks like he's one-on-one. And he will be. We're just going to give him a chance, and that's cuts. And the Superman dive brings him down. Once again, I hate that animation so much. Maybe that, in that case, actually makes more sense though, right? He just made a catch. He's not at full momentum. Dive, tackle him. Some of these dives are just ridiculous. 2nd and 7. Going back to Jeremiah Black here. And coming. 3rd and 5 coming up. 5 carries. It's probably the season high for Jeremiah Black. At least in the games that we've played. I don't know if he's had like a lot of carries in simulation one time. Simmons hasn't been injured this year, which is really nice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was under pressure maybe, but can we just get an accurate pass from our boy Hamilton? How many like good passes has he thrown in this game? Dang it! Can't get the coffin corner punt. The answer is not many. Less than 50% of his throws have been accurate. I feel like that's 100% true. Whether the games that they were accurate or not, they were not. Talking about actually accurate, not Madden accurate. Although plenty have been inaccurate in terms of Madden terms as well. In fact, one of those inaccurate Madden passes might be his best throw of the game, honestly. 3rd and 2. On that, speaking of the out route to Lewis Smart is the one I was referring to there. Gonna bring the blitz here. See if we can't get a free rusher, and we do get the sack. Boyd Leonard brings up 4th down for the Broncos. Defense gets another stop. Love to see it, and we're getting to the end of the 3rd quarter here. Unless something crazy happens, which it won't. We're going to go into the 4th quarter with a lead against these Broncos. Keep the ball on the ground here, and that's a big time run for Simmons. Not able to quite break all the way free, but still an excellent run. Great blocking as well. Over 200 rushing yards on the day. It's been the Kevon Simmons showcase here. And that will bring up the 4th quarter in this one. 20-7, San Antonio has the lead. We've run 7 more pass plays than them, but also 24 more runs. Oh, man. Just run, baby. That run won't pick up much. So he didn't really even have a chance to try to make someone miss. He was just 2 guys wrong. The second he really had any freedom to do anything with the ball. That's going to be wide open to Lewis Smart, and that's going to be a catch. Please stiff arm him. Oh, didn't get it. To be fair, Justin Simmons is quite good at football. 1st and goal coming up. Nice way to start this 4th quarter. 9 for 146 for Smart. This is the vintage Smart of year 1 that we love to see. See if we can get something here. No, we can't. What can we do here? 3rd and goal from the 7. See if Hazelton can't get an outside release on this guy. Not really. Gonna go to Luis Sanchez, who scores the touchdown, extends the San Antonio Express lead. This Philly's destroying Chicago underneath. 28-0. Love to see that as an Eagles fan. But Luis Sanchez, I don't think scored a touchdown since week 1. So he scored a touchdown on the 1st and last games of the season. Very good job by him, and we will take a 2-score lead here in the 4th quarter. With our ability to run the ball, you have to love that. Even if Denver scores here, you're just confident that you can waste a lot of clock. And perhaps come out with a victory in this game. The 20-yard line is where the Broncos will come out to start their next drive. See if we can't create a little pressure here with Timmy Reed. And you can't create pressure when it's... Oh my goodness, tackle the man. Thank you. I think Javonte Williams has a really high break tackle rating. I can't blame our defense. How? He had 5 bars last play. He's down to 1. What is this madness? And then he's injured. Oh, jeez. At least the season's over, man. We have any starting lineman? Yes, okay. Lloyd Leonard, the only starting lineman left. Oh, and he's like by far the worst one, too. At least Tamiri's not injured long term. I mean, not that it really matters. We're in the 4th quarter of the final game of the year. Oh. I think I jinxed him. I said, he only has 86 injury. Please get on it. Whoops. How did that lineman get a lower drop? He was right there. Either way, it's 4th and 16. Great job by the defense. 17 points for this vaunted Broncos offense, who was absolutely just death marching down the field, unstoppable last time. And then just 17 points. Of course, a part of that is that we're controlling the ball and the clock a lot. This team, we do not give the other team a lot of opportunities to score the football. That is for sure. Ooh, dang. Try to get something going there with Simmons. Still a very nice run. Can't we get him over 200 yards on the day? Come out passing here instead. Underneath to Lewis Smart. He's got catch and run capability. He's going to try to make a man miss in the open field. Instead just trucks over him. Still gets down though. 10 for 171 for Smart. You love to see it. And Snell didn't block anyone there, but still we were able to get some yards. Gonna continue with the run game here. Over 400 yards on the day. Pretty impressive considering we don't really pass. And that's gonna be a nice run by Simmons, and he's gonna score. Shakes off the other Simmons, Justin Simmons, going inside so he can get the block. Beautiful, beautiful play. Let's watch this one again. Fakes inside, gives opportunity for Rambo to throw the block. He's looking to score. This is looking very, very much like an express win to end out the season. Of course, I've blown some leads before, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time. I'm fairly confident in the win. Denver will bring this one out, and not a terrible return, all things considered. First and 10 now. Can the Broncos make this score look a little bit closer than it really has been? We've been playing really well. That's a nice PBU by Caleb Bass. He's already back out on the field. I'd honestly rather just sit him. He's not feeling great. The season's over, my guy. Just tackle Javonte Williams. If you're not even going to make one tackle, just sit out, my brother. But whatever. Mooney? Not Darnell Mooney. I think his name's like Jelani Mooney or something like that. Weird name. And Russell Wilson's going to scramble. That's something he did way too much in the first game. I remember. That was making me mad. Like, bro, Russell Wilson's like 37. I don't know if he's that old. He's playing this series, but he's close. How old would Russell Wilson be? I don't know how old he is right now. Is he 32? I have no idea. Russell Wilson has a million years to throw, and he's going to take off again. Oh, okay, so here it comes 24-year-old Russell Wilson. See? Like, Russell Wilson's not the caliber of quarterback anymore where you need to really keep a spy on him. But this game likes to pretend he is. Nice grab there by Sutton. Only his first of the day. And what is that? Actually sent the defensive back at him this time. I always forget that you can just press R3 and send somebody at the scrambling quarterback and you're not doomed. And, oh man, tried to get in the way of that pass intercepted with Timmy Reed. That would have been fun. We're the last passing defense in the league, only allowed 168 yards today. Let's go. The reason is not because we're good, all of a sudden. The reason is because we run the ball a lot and they don't run a lot of plays. Got a pass here, high point, and that's knocked out. Portland stop. Intended receiver. Can we get a fourth down stop here? That would likely salt this game away. And Wilson out of the back of the end zone. We will take over. No garbage time touchdowns here for the Broncos. And they shouldn't even really be calling timeouts, I don't think. We'll see what happens after the 2-minute warning occurs. Second time. Thought maybe that had big run potential. Didn't really come to fruition there. 2-minute warning now. Maybe run one play. It's a 3-score game. They shouldn't be calling timeouts. They always call timeouts if it's a 2-score game, even if there's 2 seconds left on the clock, which is dumb. But we'll see. They are not sweet. We still can't nail it here because it's third down. But we'll nail it after this first down pickup that we're about to get. You know we're about to pick up this first down. Yes, we will. There we go. And that will be the game. Nice block there by Deshaun Watson. And let's do a couple kneels and call this a season. We will finish at 7-10 on the year. Obviously not great, but also not terrible. I think I expected us to be more of a 5 or 6 win team. So I've overachieved my expectations by just a little bit. I think we had a lot of fun games here in year 2. And I'm excited to see what we can do in this offseason to kind of make this team better. I would love a change at quarterback. I just don't know if this is the offseason to do it. We still have a lot of holes on defense. And I just don't know if there's a quarterback that I'm sure would be an upgrade over Devin Hamilton in this upcoming class. I'll definitely be taking a look at it between this episode and the off-season episode. If we can justify it, I'm certainly not opposed to it at all. As we will trot off the field. Our boys will, and that's a 34-17 victory. Let's look at the stats. 16-28, 224, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for Hamilton. Over 200 yards on the day for Simmons, absolute stud. 171 yards on the day, just 1 catch for his, and all of the receiving was going to Lewis Smart. Hopefully that maybe gives them a Pro Bowl nod. The Pro Bowl roster is already set by week 18. They might be. Might be too little too late. But that's how we end the season. I'm going to simulate a little bit at least. I don't know if we'll go through all the stats this episode. We probably will. We probably will. As we'll look at Kevon Simmons here. Going to give him a power back upgrade. And +3 trucking. Wow, trucking is now his highest thing. That was his lowest thing coming into the draft. It's now his highest. That's fun. Timmy Reed. Let's do some run stopper, I suppose. I'm up to an 85 overall run stopper. Welker, give him some accuracy. There's really no point in giving him power. He gets +2 accuracy. That's nice. 99 kick power and 89 accuracy. Jeez, he's good. Hamilton, going to be a 73 overall. So he's come up 4 overalls in 2 years. Not the best. Kenny Pantfile got injured. I didn't know that. It's fine. It's whatever. Kenny Pantfile, and the season's over. Turnovers were a hot topic this week, and despite not having as many as you hoped for, I mean, it's true we only ended up with 1, but it was a big one for sure. We got one on the first play of the game, and then we didn't get one for the rest of the game. That's funny. Oh, I don't know why it's funny. It's not really that funny if we're being honest, but let's start to simulate through the playoffs, see who makes it to the Super Bowl this time around, see who from our team makes the Pro Bowl as well. This should just be our, oh no, it's got some other people. I thought it would just be our, practice squad. Okay, upgrade there for Snell. Giles up next. We'll give him pass coverage. Why not? Get him up to 80 overall. Not too bad of an upgrade there. D'Angelo Bramble up next. Will he be our starting right end next year? I think it's hard to say. He's definitely one of our worst starters. He's also just always injured. I feel like he actually, when he was playing, didn't play all that poorly this year. Just he's just hurt and he's not great. So I guess all that depends on whether or not we end up deciding to draft Marquestin Red. Last year, there was a guy that we didn't know if we wanted to draft that we were pretty sure was the best player in the draft. It worked out quite well for us. So if you want to use, Kevon Simmons as the analogy, then yeah, you definitely go for it. I don't know if Marquestin Red is as good as, why? Okay. I know Marquestin Red is not as good as Kevon Simmons. He's not going to be some 84 overall rookie. Is he generational? I mean, he's both power and finesse. I don't know if he's generational, though. He's a really good athlete, not a great one. So Smart does not make Pro Bowl for tight end. That's unfortunate. No one on the offensive line. Not too surprised there. Timmy Reed makes that defensive tackle. And no one else on defense. Welker, our kicker, does make the Pro Bowl kicker. So we had Kevon Simmons, Matthew Welker, and Timmy Reed. I don't believe I missed anyone there. Yeah, we have like 188 points. If we wanted to reset our defensive tree, we definitely could. Eli Manning is not focused on having fun. He's focused on next season. 5 staff points. Let's go. Over 190 now. Let's look at the stats. I believe we will do that here. It'll be a little bit of a long episode, but not too long, I don't think. Devin Hamilton ends up with 4,700 yards, 28 touchdowns, 25 picks. Of course, this episode in the simulated game had a 0 touchdown, 5 pick game, which really kind of messed things up. Has relatively the same yards, 2 more touchdowns, 5 more picks compared to last year, but 2 20 interception years to start your career. Completion percentage actually went up. Also had 3 more rushing touchdowns than he had last year. So 35 total touchdowns. It's not bad, but interceptions were definitely a problem with him. Kevon Simmons, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. Both of those in the first game, however. He did not fumble since the first game. Hazelton with 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Lewis Smart with 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Maybe could have had more touchdowns, would have put him in the Pro Bowl, but 1,100 yards at tight end's pretty good. Eli Shea allows 12 sacks, which was our highest on the year, and Brian Pearson with 11. Eli Shea allowed more than Brian Pearson despite playing a lot less than Brian Pearson, so still an improvement last year. Nobody with double-digit sacks, nobody even really close this year. Step down. Timmy Reed had 13 and a half in year one, so step down there. Of course, Walker, solid year. Actually missed kicks this time for the first time ever, though. And let's take a look at the league, see kind of who was best in the league throughout several categories here. Starting with Joe Burrow, who, man, had a lot more yards in second place. Of course, Cloud of the Bucks was second in terms of touchdowns. He also led with that. Just an absolutely incredible year for Joe Burrow. Killed it rushing. Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry stood at the top once again. Kevon Simmons comes in at fourth in the league. Had less touchdowns than those other guys. I mean, not McCaffrey, obviously, but McCaffrey probably had a ton of receiving touchdowns. But Jonathan Taylor with 24 touchdowns also was sick. Yeah, Kevon Simmons has cemented himself into the top upper echelon of the league already in rushing. Chris Godwin leads the league for the second year in a row, I believe. I believe it was last year too that he leads the lead in receiving. Devontae leads in touchdowns. I want to see where Smart ranks amongst tight ends. So Travis Kelce led in tight ends. Number 2 was Logan Thomas. Number 3 was Lewis Smart. He was third in the entire league. Second in the conference. So Albert O made the Pro Bowl over him, as did Evan Ingram. Where's Evan Ingram? Just because what? Albert O had more receptions? Really? Because Lewis Smart is doing more with his reception and requires less receptions. He's not getting in the Pro Bowl over a guy like Alberto. And I can't even see Evan Ingram here. How did Evan Ingram make the Pro Bowl? He had 3 more touchdowns, but 300 less yards. I don't know about that. I feel like definitely a Pro Bowl snub for Lewis Smart there. Whatever. It's just XP, that I'm missing out on forever. No big deal. Blocking. Who allowed the most sacks in the league? It was Trevor Penning by 2. Keith Brackens. So our leading guy was 12, although Eli Shea didn't play all games, so he could have been up there. And he played every game. In terms of solo tackles, Michael Franklin's not too high up there, but like in terms of total tackles, he is. So I don't know. I just feel like the way the Madden gameplay plays, you're not really allowed to make a lot of one-on-one tackles. 22 and a half for Aaron Donald's insane, still at the top of his game. Matthew Welker makes the most field goals in the league by a lot, by 8. No wonder he's the kicker. Joey Sly with the best percentage of actual kickers who kicked a lot. Missed just 1 on the year. Bjorquez is the best punter in the league. Also can't forget that Welker also had the best longest field goal. Man, I totally just brain farted there. Nobody had multiple return touchdowns in the year. No punt return touchdowns at all. It's kind of interesting. But that will push us through. Let's take a look at awards and the Super Bowl winner, and then I think that will be the end of this episode. It will be. After that, we're at the offseason, which is next episode. Jonathan Taylor wins Offensive Player of the Year. Kevon Simmons is Offensive Rookie of the Year. No surprise. Wyatt Costanzo, Defensive Rookie of the Year, ends up pulling it out over Booker. I think I'm happy with that. I'd rather the XP goes to the player that I'm more invested in, although it would have been a dev up for Booker and a decent bit of XP, so I just don't, he's like still so far away. I don't even know if that's enough. Timmy Reed, the 10th best defensive lineman. Steve Booker is the 5th best defensive back, and Quincy Boston's the 9th. Walker's the 2nd best kicker over Joey Slye just because he missed only 1 field goal this year. Makes some bit of sense. Let's upgrade our 2 award winners in Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's help Wyatt Costanzo stop the run a little bit. Gets block shed pursuit tackle. And Kevon Simmons. An upgrade as well. We'll do elusive back. Why not? Gains of speed. Let's go. 94 speed. Really, really good player. I'm so happy we ended up drafting him. And that will do it for everything we have to look at as the Chiefs win the Super Bowl over the Bucks. So Eric Silas is actually Defensive Rookie of the Year over Costanzo overall, but Kevon Simmons does win overall Offensive Rookie of the Year despite the Carolina quarterback. Like the fact that he won it over the Carolina quarterback is kind of surprising because that Carolina quarterback was really, really good this year. As we saw, we played him, and he was a good football player. So the fact that a running back won over him is noteworthy, I would say. Let's take a look at this roster, see if we have any dev ups. None here on offense, not surprised. Defensively, okay, Quincy Boston is up to Superstar X Factor, and Caleb Bass is up to Star. So 2 corners getting dev upgrades. Stephen Booker, who was actually 5th best defensive back, not one of them. Kind of surprising, but I'm not mad about it because Booker was kind of bad while also just kind of making the big plays. But this is our team. This is the team where we'll be looking to improve in the offseason episode, which will be next time, coming out real soon. And I will see you then.